dear students. I hope you are doing well. And as you know that I have started the second chapter of your civics book, that is Constitutional Design. And in the discussion of this chapter, I have already covered the making of the Indian Constitution. So today I'm going to start the next topic from your chapter, that is guiding values of the Indian Constitution. So basically in this topic we are going to understand the philosophy or the principles that has been involved while making the Indian Constitution. So we will do in two ways. One, by reading the views of some of our leaders, the leaders who have taken the painful efforts in order to make India free, and what was their vision of India, and what was their contribution, or what was their ideas towards making India a country which they wanted to be a developed country. Alright, and also we are going to understand about the philosophy, or the main philosophy that has been put into the constitution. So you must have noticed that we have not mentioned anything about the father of nation, or the greatest leader, or the nationalist who has actually taken the steps towards independence. So that was Mahatma Gandhi. So he was not a member of the Constituent Assembly. So Constituent Assembly was the body that is responsible for making the Indian Constitution. So he was not a member of that, and he himself, so this was his choice to not to be a member of the Constituent Assembly. You can say whether he was busy in dealing with the partition issues. Also you can say that his interest was not there in making the constitution. Okay, but you cannot say that he was against India's independence. You cannot say that he was against by giving India a law book. No, he was not against that, but he were at loggerheads, or he were having problems with some of the leaders like Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Alright, so this can be one of the reason. Also in his magazine, so he used to write a magazine that was Young India in 1931. There's you will read a paragraph about it, that I shall strive for a constitution which will release India from all thraldom and patronage, meaning India should be removed from enslavement and any power control. Okay, India should be free. Okay, his not taking part in constitution should not be mistaken that he did not wanted any rules and regulation for India. No, he had certain problems with the other leaders, you can say. Alright, because he had different ideology with the leaders who had actually participated. Alright, and I shall work for an India in which the poorest shall feel that it is the country whose making they have their effective voice. Yeah, so he only wanted a country where everyone has equality. Okay, there should be no high class, there should be no low class. Everyone should have equal status. An India in which communities shall live in peaceful harmony. And there can be no room in such an India for the curse of untouchability. There should be no untouchability. Alright, everyone should be treated equal. So this was the vision of Mahatma Gandhi for Indian Constitution, or India. Alright. And next we will understand about B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar now. Dream of an India that has eliminated inequality was shared by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He also had played a key role in the making of constitution. Okay, he had a different understanding of how inequalities could be removed. As you can see, the reservation policy that we see today, it is all gifted by our leader, or you can say Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was the father of Indian Constitution. Okay, now he was focused on removing all the inequalities from the country. That is why he wanted to give privileges to the scheduled caste. Alright, Dalits. So because of his ideology, he had bitterly criticized by Mahatma Gandhi and vice versa. They did not liked their ideologies on casteism. Okay, in his concluding speech to the Constituent Assembly, he says, on the 26th of January 1950, we are going to enter a life of contradictions. In politics, we have equality, and in social and economical life, we'll have inequality, sorry, because see, if we have prepared one constitution, and in the constitution we have already mentioned that everyone will be equal, there will be no discriminations, but socially if we see, till today we have those, the treatments against the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So socially will remain unequal, but in politically or lawfully we have said that we are equal. Alright, so this was the contradiction he was talking about. Two sides of a Indian society. Alright, and we shall, by reason of our own social and economic culture, continue to deny the principle of one man and one value. How long shall we continue to live this life of contradiction? How long shall we continue to deny equality in our social and economical life? If we continue to deny it for long, we'll do only by putting our political democracy in first. Alright, so he wanted to say that we shall be equal politically, economically and socially. Alright, just by making the constitution, it's not everything. Just by claiming that we are equal in laws, it's not everything. We should be equal socially, we should be equal economically, because till today there are certain rules in the society that you cannot marry. If you are from upper caste, you cannot marry a lower caste. So these are the issues that our society face. So he was talking about those contradictions. Finally, let us turn to Jawaharlal Nehru giving his famous speech to the Constituent Assembly at the stroke of midnight on when India got independent. Okay, this was the speech given by Jawaharlal Nehru that India got independent on 15th August 1947. So his speech is being termed as Tryst with Destiny. Alright, now he is giving the speech. Now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge that whole country full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes when, which comes but rarely in history. Okay, we are moving towards freedom. When the entire world is sleeping, we are moving towards freedom, and freedom and power brings responsibility. Okay, the responsibility rests upon this assembly, because as you know, as soon as we got independent, the task of legislature was given to this Constituent Assembly, a sovereign body. Sovereign meaning now the decisions will be taken by the leaders of the country, within the country. No outside influencer should be there on us. Alright. And finally, the philosophy of the Constitution. Now the values that has inspired and guided the freedom struggle, okay, form the foundation for India's democracy. Okay, the values that are embedded in the preamble. Now what is this preamble? Preamble is the introduction, okay, introduction or preface to the Indian Constitution. It is a short statement, but this statement comprises all the values that Indian Constitution stands for. Okay, we have taken this preamble is actually an idea of American Constitution. Okay, so we have taken inspiration from American model and we have incorporated preamble in our constitution. Now the preamble of constitutions reads like a poem of democracy. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, the 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves the Constitution. Now, here in the preamble, you have to understand certain key words like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, alright, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. This I'll do in the next video. Alright, so thank you. I'll continue the video lectures. If you have any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Thank you.